Hi there, I'm Beth. Hi Kat. Hi Ben. As you might have heard, I recently attended the London Film and Comic Con with my family to go and see Danny Chu and the Smart Doll team, as well as all the other fun things on offer there. Although we would suffer some delays during travel, I packed up my Smart Doll, Haru, and dressed her in her Solar Marine uniform, and we made our way to London. We arrived in the early hours of Saturday morning, and we were excited to be meeting Alex and Barb from the wonderful channel Enchantarium. We were meeting them for breakfast, and it was incredible to finally meet them in person and get to know them better because they're both such friendly and interesting people. We walked around the convention centre together, and once we found it, we were all so enamoured with all the amazing smart dolls on display at the Smart Doll booth. They had enough tables to display the dolls in cosplay that they'd brought from Japan, as well as a table for creators and smart doll owners to display their own smart dolls on. Over the course of the day, lots of fantastic smart dolls came and went, and they hung out on the table with my Haru and Enchantarium's Penelope, who was dressed in her opulent and awesome Bridgerton gown. Haru had her 3D printed helmet, designed and made by my husband with her, which fairly caught the eye of the Smart Doll team. We were all busy gushing over the amazing Cortex 2 doll on display though. She was still comprised of 3D printed parts, as the injection moulded version isn't quite ready yet, but I was delighted to examine and handle her and talk about the customization possibilities with Danny. I was deeply humbled to find out that Danny already knew who I was when I introduced myself, and was delighted to see how well he got on with my husband, who he called the 3D guy. My husband might even be responsible for a new mini game console purchase by Danny. My husband and I really enjoyed chatting with Alphon and Jay too, about learning Japanese, the importance of local dialects, and giving them some tips on where to visit in Wales. I was delighted to see a couple of Smart Doll guys on display, as well, of course, as the new coffee skin tone, and the feisty Ellie in her Last of Us cosplay. We were able to leave our dolls on display and go wander the convention floor. We did some shopping and some drinking, and my daughter was delighted to see so many cosplays that she admired. Here are some of the goodies we picked up at the convention on Saturday. I got some Japanese miniatures, some pastel coloured pin badges, some funny stickers from various anime and Genshin Impact. I also picked up 2 large surprise bags, one themed around Jujutsu Kaisen, which was full of bookmarks, postcards, posters, stickers, an acrylic display, some colouring pages and a cushion cover. The second was My Hero Academia themed and also contained cute artwork, a pin badge, postcards and a cushion cover, as well as posters too. We enjoyed an evening meal with Alex and Barb, and although they would return to the convention on Sunday, we spent much of that day in Camden Market, reuniting with my best friend and her wonderful family. My husband and I used to live in London and loved spending time in the hustle and bustle of Camden Market, particularly the famous Cyberdog shop, which is like a nightclub. We bought a few charms and anime statues while we were in there, but spent much of our time in the pub. Alex and Barb came with us to shop around London on Monday. We checked out Covent Garden Market, where I was excited to check out Benjamin Pollock's toy shop. It's a small shop, so I didn't take pictures inside, but the aesthetic and the window displays more than make up for it. I believe the window is curated by Eileen Lamb, who you may know as the photographic author of the Little Mischiefs book and Instagram account Dolly Treasures. I met her at my first BlytheCon UK convention. We also visited the Moomin shop, those of us who aren't terrified by them, and picked up some souvenirs. We wandered around a few more toy and anime shops and stopped for lunch before Barb and I dragged everyone into Liberty and drooled all over the gorgeous fabrics. What a beautiful building, and so many tiny handbags and accessories that would be great for our dolls if we could afford them. We bid farewell to Enchantarium, and we hope to visit them in Poland before too long. I have lots of souvenirs from Poland and Barb's recent Japan trip to show before the end of the video, so be sure to stay to the end. Our final day in London saw us buying surprise boxes in Pop Mart and walking in the rain before our journey back to the airport. Here are the goodies we pulled that day. Before I show you the real haul, let me say thank you to all my wonderful patrons and give a warm welcome to our newest member, Liz. Thank you all so much for your extra support over on Patreon. I'm so glad everything made it home safely, especially this traditional set of Polish liqueurs, which I can already report are very tasty. Wrapped in fabric, furoshiki style, the first bundle is full of Polish treats and snacks, some of which they've sent us before and we already know that we love. In this second bundle are Japanese souvenirs. Barb was incredibly kind to ask me if there were any doll clothing sets that I would like her to look out for and pick up for me when she was there. So these are the sets I chose. Oh, and this is a neck peg for the Obitsu 50cm doll that I also asked for. Mostly made by Volks, and with sizing advice from Sandy of My Lady Disdain, I was hopeful that these would all fit Smart Doll size. This was my first time seeing Volks clothing up close, and I'm so impressed with the quality, the way they use hooks and embroidered loops, and the super tiny snap fastenings everywhere. This first set, the Black Baccara, comes with a beautiful soft blouse with wide gathered sleeves and a floral necktie. The most incredible short trousers with adorable tiny buttons and adjustable waistline. And this beautiful waistcoat with tails, which is so beautifully lined and smart looking. There's also an adjustable skirt included too. I tried this outfit on Haru and I love it so much. The short trousers are so cute and I just know all these pieces are going to be able to mix and match with each other. The next set, the Dark Owl dress, was one I was really excited to get. It features a heavily layered skirt with many different textures and colours mixed together. This is just the kind of thing I like to wear myself. This ruched vest top with off-centre buttons is lovely and feels almost like a faux leather. This is a corset style belt to be worn lower on the hips, again with tiny off-centre straps. There's also an armband and a scarf included in the set too. I tried this outfit on my Akiko with her pointed ears and tippy toes, and I absolutely love it. The textures and layers make me squee! The only thing that didn't fit well was the arm cuff, which was a little loose. The third set, called Autumn Classical Red Leaves, is also right up my alley. These patterned socks are gorgeous, and this red velvet dress has a beautiful underskirt with a pleated trim. There's also a beautiful high-collared blouse with gathered details and pearl beads. I think Fuyumi really suits these warm colours, and that this set will particularly suit autumn and Christmas photo shoots. The final dress set here was a surprise gift from Barb and includes a white peasant top with a separate pointed collar and a voluminous dark green skirt with a stiff tulle underskirt. There's also a gothic cross necklace included. I did a little head swapping and tried this outfit with both of my grey girls, Marceline and my still unnamed Cyber Transcendence. What do you think of my vampires in this beautiful outfit? But wait, there's more. Apart from this adorable mushroom keyring, Barb also brought back gifts for my other dolls too. A Blythe doll-sized Ita bag, a tiny Lika-chan in her box, a tiny plastic folder, some squishy Croc-style shoes, a tiny game console which will actually work and be playable, this cute little hat, some frill tape which looks like it can easily make a little skirt, the most tiny floral embroidered patches which are so cute, these adorable little cat paw mitts, some beautiful small-scale Japanese fabric, these could make some gorgeous little kimonos, a pretty little bow and solid plastic umbrella prop, a pretty little bow and a solid plastic umbrella prop, and this is a tiny food set with a little cup of green tea. I'm just blown away with everything. It was a lovely surprise that I really didn't expect, considering how much else she must have had to take back with her. There's just one last thing to share today. Do you remember this feisty girl from the Smart Doll table? Well, she came home with me. I am so delighted. I got a nudge nudge wink wink from Danny at the convention on Saturday, and although she had to remain on display throughout Sunday, Alex and Barb kindly took her back to the hotel for me. I've put her in some clothes that I've made myself and given her a few accessories for now, as her display cosplay couldn't be included. But hubby and I would like to work together to make her a whole cosplay outfit, tattoos, props from the game, and perhaps something extra special too. Danny told me she has a unique wig in a medium length that they created specially so she could have her ponytail. Also, that she has the new semi-anime resin eyes that they've been working on, which are absolutely beautiful, aren't they? We spoke a little bit about the difficulties of eye making and using resin, so I'll be interested to see what they're like up close when I eventually open her head. I can't quite believe that she's here with me, as my husband and I really love The Last of Us games. It has an incredibly compelling and emotional storyline. Definitely watch this space for more Ellie progress in the near future. I had an absolute blast in London, and I hope that you found today's video interesting. Hopefully we'll get to see the full Smart Doll outpost at the next convention they attend. I can't wait to meet up with all these friends again and share more exciting news. Thanks so much for watching. Please leave a like and a comment below to let me know what you liked best from our souvenirs. And have you attended a convention with Smart Doll? Please take care, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!